Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope y'all had a great day overall, man. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We gonna talk about Jaron Ennis versus Stanionis. It being fight week for them, and just our overall thoughts on the whole situation, man. A great unification fight at 147 pounds. Then we're gonna talk about Edwin Santos and Keyshawn Davis seeming to be falling apart, and we're gonna get into why that most likely is. And it may not be the reason that y'all think, man. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building so far. We already got a few comments in the building. If y'all could go ahead and get the like button popping, that'll be very much appreciated. Let's get the algorithm on the up so the people know that Mazuma TV is live. You feel what I'm saying? We got a few comments right here, man. Shout out to Six God with the first comment of the day. He says, Stanionis saying he's bringing that Mexican style to trouble boots. Tell you what, that's how you run into shots. Boots and four. It's going to be an early night. Remember I said this. Yeah, man, listen, that's who Stanionis is, you know, the whole time, like this entire time. That's who Stanionis' style has always been, similar to the Mexican style. You feel what I'm saying? And it takes a level of durability. It takes a level of strength, power, and resiliency to have that Mexican style. You feel what I mean? In all honesty, I don't think that's a good, thing going up against somebody like Jaron Ennis who throws with power, speed, precision, and he punches in combinations, man, to the head and the body. So, if Stanionis is going to take that approach with Jaron Ennis, man, hopefully he carries along some defensive responsibility because them shots is coming back. You feel what I'm saying? Forever Dedicated said, Mark, thoughts on Fabio Worley saying big baby killer. I mean, if that's his opponent, that's, he entitled to say whatever he want, man. This is a killer be killed sport. People lose their lives in this boxing ring. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being known, if that's in his head, if that's something that he wants to do to Big Baby got to prepare. He got to prepare for that. And he has to be looking to do the same thing to him. For the little bit of time that I was boxing, whatever you want to say, competing, I had no problem taking you out if I could. If I was capable of taking you out, I was going to take you out because I know for a fact that if you were in that position, you would do it to me. So why wouldn't I do it to you? Ain't no mercy on these dudes, man. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I'm looking forward to seeing that fight between Gerald Miller and Fabio, though, man. That's an exciting fight stylistically, if we're being honest. Mazuma, you seen Tank already back in the gym. He really wants his get back. Well, I seen some pictures of him at Coach Mustafa's gym down in Atlanta, I believe. I believe Coach Mustafa is from like Decatur, Georgia, or something like that, which isn't too far from Atlanta. So if that's what it is, then I love to see Gervonta doing that. I highly doubt that he has a fight date as of right now. I seen Lamont Roach's interview with Andre Ward. All the smoke. If y'all haven't seen it, please go check it out. It was a great interview. But Lamont Roach said that things are on the up in terms of like the rematch happening and coming together. So maybe Gervonta Davis is just staying loose. Pause. Staying in shape. Staying ready so he don't have to get ready. A beautiful thing to do. Gervonta Davis has been in that mode for a good amount of time now. So I'm not surprised that he's back in the gym. He should be. Hopefully a fire is lit underneath him. And he's looking to make some adjustments and come out, spectacular in the rematch against Lamont Roach. Because I feel like Lamont Roach had foiled some plans that he had, put together, which was doing an exhibition with Jake Paul most likely. But, hey, it is what it is. Great Gambino, what up? Coffee Plant said, those posters fire. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Coffee Plant said, yeah, that counterpuncher from Boo's going to be on the money. Yeah, man, that's the thing. If you stand directly in front of Boo's, he's too fast, he's too sharp, he's too accurate for you to, not land on you. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like your best bet with Boots, in all honesty, is attempt to box him, like Karen did in the first fight. But, the difference is Karen didn't provide any offense because pretty much went in defensive mode in the first fight. But I think standing directly in front of him, you're going to go out like Romain Villa. Unless you get the boots first, which I highly doubt because, I feel like Boots is going to be very elusive and defensively responsible in this fight. I think he's going to bring a well-rounded performance and really show why he's amongst the best, not just in his division, but in the world. You feel what I'm saying? Lorenzo, what up? He said, Boots about to smoke Stanionis. Boots. Coffee Plain said he want to hear the diss track. You ready for the switch up after Boots stops Stanionis? All the ones that was hating going to go back to saying how great he is. They hate you, then they love you, then they hate you again. You know what I'm saying? That's just how that shit works. Boxing fans are very fickle. That's one of the cliches in boxing, and it's very true. They talk about if you have a bad performance or you slipping, you overrated, you all hype, and then you turn around and do some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden, he's the boogeyman. He's the best. Oh, man, he should be pound for pound. It's always something. You feel me? It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, that's why you just got to formulate your own opinion and stick by it. And just keep it like that, man. You can't really invest too much into what other people think. And I heard that Boots been staying off of social media, you know what I'm saying, because that fucks with his energy and shit like that. I completely identify with that. I be on social media because that's how, I conduct my business a lot of the time. That's how I make my living to provide for me and my family. But, I see, there be times where I be thinking about just getting the fuck off the internet too. So, Boost is extremely focused. He said that he ain't even been playing his game. He said, fuck the PS5. He been playing Sudoku. He been doing crossword puzzles, just keeping his mind sharp. He's saying a lot of the right things, y'all. You feel me? Let me see. PYP Boxer, what up? Jordan Rules, what up? He said, shout out Mazuma. I'm glad to see the channel growing, man. Keep up the work. I appreciate that, my brother. Thank you very much. You always been positive and been always one of the most consistent supporters on the channel, so I appreciate you. He says, Ennis, 10th round TKO, by the way. That's actually initially I was saying that it was going to end a little earlier, but out of respect for Stanionis and how tough he is and, determined he is as a fighter, I could really see him making it to the 10th. I actually had the same prediction as you, brother. Salute. Lorenzo said, Virgil fans piss me off. They talk about Boots losing a round, but quiet when I bring up the Bohachuk fight and how most people had dude beating Virgil. The energy's never the same for black fighters, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all. I've been saying this for a long time now. If a Mexican has a bad performance or any other race besides a black fighter, and then you got a black fighter with a bad performance, the criticism is never the same, y'all. It's not. Like Canelo Alvarez had shitty performances consistently, throughout these past couple of years. The John Ryder performance, I thought that was a shitty performance. There was a couple subpar performances, with Canelo not being able to get stoppages or anything like that. I seen somebody talk about who said that shit on the live yesterday. They said David Benavidez ain't get a knockout. He ain't get a knockout in a long time or some shit like that. He ain't got no KOs at light heavyweight. He only got 2 fights at light heavyweight against top guys in the division. But Canelo Alvarez is fighting subpar guys in his weight class. He's dropping them, but he's not stopping them. But when it's Canelo Alvarez, y'all motherfuckers get the benefit of the doubt. He always gonna get the benefit of the doubt amongst the casuals and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm hearing people talk about. There's somebody on my Twitter talking about that Boots got pillow fist. Boots? That man knockout ratio like 88, 89%. He's fucking pillow fisted. Like, motherfuckers just be talking crazy. The energy is always negative towards black fighters. Black fighters always got to do the most to get the average credit that a white or a Hispanic fighter will get a shit ton of credit for it. What I'm trying to say is brown fighters, white fighters, they could do the bare minimum and get praised and respected. But black fighters, for them to get the respect that they deserve, they got to go above and beyond. They got to do shit that like fucking Floyd Mayweather did. And then even then, they still won't give Floyd Mayweather his respect. They wait till he retired. They was talking about, man, ain't none of these dudes Floyd. Man, y'all was just shitting on Floyd his whole fucking career. He walked away, and now you talking about how all the guys coming up ain't nothing like Floyd. Y'all motherfuckers be having hidden admiration for black fighters, but y'all racism won't allow y'all to admit it. See how that shit go. PYP Boxer said, I spoke to Gabriel Mastre, Stanionis' last opponent. He said Stanionis was his toughest fight ever, and he fought 200 amateur fights. I've heard that about people that have sparred Stanionis. They said Stanionis is very strong. Is actually one of the fighters from my gym, Oluwafemi. Because there was a point in time where Stanionis was supposed to fight Virgil Ortiz. And he said, yo, I sparred both of them. He said they both punched very hard, but he was really backing Stanionis to win because he said that Stanionis, Virgil could punch, but Stanionis, he thought hit harder than him. You see what I'm saying? It was tougher, and things of that nature. So it was every person that I've ever heard deal with Stanionis has always given him respect or even praised him in a sense. So this is going to be a good fight, y'all. This is really going to test Jaron Ennis and show exactly where he's at in the division. He's either going to be exactly what I thought he is in terms of like being, amongst the best in the world, or, what I'm saying, he's, the opposite. He may need to touch up on a few things before he goes up to 54 and runs into the smoke up there. Maybe, there was something about, because it's hard to really see flaws in Boots, besides like him, abandoning his defense a little bit. It's really hard to see any flaws in him because of how well-rounded he is. So maybe, in this fight with Stanionis, it might be a situation where, Stanionis exposed this about Boots. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what it is. Let me see. PYP said, Maestre said he was stronger and smarter than anyone he faced. Keep in mind, Maestre spars Adames and Puello world champs. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, Maestre is not the only person that I've ever heard praise Stanionis for his abilities. So this isn't no bum. This isn't some dude that was just given a world title or whatever the case is. This guy is one of the best welterweights in the world. If not, you can make a strong case that he may be number 2 in the weight class. You feel what I'm saying? I think it's safe to say that Boots is number 1 right now. But we won't really know that until him and Stanionis fight each other. You feel me? That's just my personal opinion. It's an early night coming. Damn, Coffee, that's how you feel? Who you favoring, Coffee? You got Boots? Yeah, Coffee. Canelo ain't gonna stop it since 2021, a year after the motherfucking lockdown. And I don't ever hear nobody saying, "Oh, he can't get no knockouts." He's pillow fisted. I never hear nobody say that about Canelo. But Benavidez ain't gonna stop it since when? I think his last stoppage was it Karan Davis? I don't know. He was stopping motherfuckers. Then when he fought Caleb Plant, his knockouts got a little iffy after that. Once he stepped up, his knockouts was a little. Oh, well, yeah, Andre. Yeah, he just got a stoppage. He got a more recent stoppage than Canelo Alvarez. And y'all over here talking about how he can't get knockouts. Ain't that shit crazy? He stopped Andre. I completely forgot about the Andre fight. My fault, y'all. He did stop Andre. He stepped on Andre, actually. Shout out to Next Gen Combat Sports TV. Pagapa T, what up? Coffee Plant said boo-boo, yep. But anyways, let's get into this fight between Jaron Ennis and Stanionis, man. Shout out to Matchroom Boxer for that trailer they put out. They put out on YouTube, man. It's about 23 minutes. It's pretty much like an all-access 24/7, Matchroom's version of it. And it was pretty dope, man. It gave you a little bit of everything. It showed how family-oriented Jaron Ennis is, just being around his brothers, training around his brothers. His little nephew, Carter, who's also in the boxing game now. They singing happy birthday to Bozy and stuff like that. So there's a lot of family-oriented things going on, which is beautiful to see, especially in the black community. You know what I'm saying? Because, unfortunately in the black community, a lot of fathers are missing. The reasoning, I'm not going to really get too much into that because then that's just going to lead to a whole different subject. But It was just dope to see Boots, be surrounded by positivity and real genuine love. You feel what I'm saying? Um, it was dope to see that. And I like how the way he shined the spotlight on his brothers, man. Being former fighters. He pointed out their accolades and how solid they was. And yo, listen, man, Pooh Ennis, he has videos on YouTube right now of him sparring Canelo Alvarez, and he giving Canelo Alvarez great fucking work. You feel what I'm saying? And when you watch Pooh spar, you see little shades of Boots in there too. And that's one of the guys that Boots, grew up watching. His older brother. That's who he ended up, stealing a couple things from and adding to his arsenal. You feel what I'm saying? So it was dope to see him show love to them, and you could tell that he admires his older brothers, which was very dope. Stanionis, on the other hand, Stanionis got a baby on the way, and he talking about his baby might be had the day of his fight, or at least the week of, like this week. She's due at any moment. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things going on in Stanionis, career, leading up in this training camp, and may help him, and may motivate him, and may hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Because with his wife being pregnant, getting ready to pop at any moment, that could be a distraction. That could create lapse in his focus. You feel me? But it was also dope seeing him at Wild Card, training, and Shane Mosley chopping it up with him and shit. A fucking legend, Shane Mosley, coming through and showing love for Stanionis and shit like that. And it was a dope little sneak peek into what we should be expecting going into the fight. They both seem confident. Jaron Ennis, confident as ever. Stanionis, not really fazed by what Boots was saying, and nice, calm demeanor. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he gives off an aura of confidence as well. So it was dope. It was a dope one. I might just go back and watch it over again because it was put together really well, man. They did a great job putting that little trailer together. You feel me? So it was put out 8 days ago, and for some reason it just completely, my YouTube algorithm is very weird, bro. For some reason, like, one of the main thing that I watch on YouTube is like boxing and interviews from boxers and shit like that, like press conferences. For some reason, it didn't show up on my algorithm. I'm like, bro, that should have been like the first thing that popped up, because I'm always looking at Jaron Ennis content. You feel what I'm saying? He's one of my favorite active fighters. But I came through, I watched it. It looked like it had some good viewership too. It looked like it had 250,000 views. So eyes are on this fight, which is a great thing. And I don't know what's going on in terms of the ticket sales, but hopefully they have a sellout. It's going down in Atlantic City, man. If I didn't have my son, me and you would have been in Atlantic City this weekend. Ain't that some shit? But we'll be in Massachusetts next weekend, so it is what it is. Yeah, because Boots is fighting. Remember, I was gonna get tickets, but I got my son that weekend, Atlantic City. But yeah, though. What? Yo, listen, Boots is a loyal dude, man. Boots is a loyal dude, loyal to his father, loyal to his brothers, and loyal to his fighters too, man. Everybody he done came up with, Ish came up with him in the gym as far as I'm concerned. They close friends. Dennis Thompson is somebody that Boots' brother trains. He got them under his wing. He could easily just focus on himself and not worry about promoting. But Boots is getting these guys fights outside of, his events and putting shit together. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is dope, bro. It's dope. Like, you got to respect what Boots is doing. He not even at the top of the game yet, and he already putting his niggas on. Motherfuckers wait until they in the ultimate position to, do the bare minimum for their guys. And Boots is already, building these guys because he know what it takes. He done been there before in terms of building himself from the ground up into a world champion. So, he's trying to give his guys the recipe too. And in terms of Ish's restaurant, I tried it before because at one point in time I was living right by, where the restaurant was. It was probably like a 5 to 6 minute drive from where I lived at the time. And the food is great, man. They got good food. I can't lie to you. You know what I'm saying? The chicken cheesesteak egg rolls was fire. They had some seasoned fries. That was fire. You know what I mean? I think that's their specialty over there. They chicken cheesesteak egg rolls, bro. That shit was that was the first time I've ever tried that. You know, because growing up, you just heard of egg rolls and pizza rolls. Bless you, baby. Egg rolls and pizza rolls, right? So you know, they started getting a little creative with it, putting their little Philly twist in the motherfucker. And you know, it's good shit, bro. Shout out to Essie's, you know what I mean? Essie's Steaks is fire for sure. Hope both fighters come out healthy. Absolutely. That, you know, that's the main goal, man. Like, we want to see entertaining fights, but we don't want to see an entertaining fight at the cost of somebody's life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I want to see a good back and forth. I want to see some ring intelligence in there. I want to see some good punches being landed. Shit, I wouldn't mind seeing a good knockout, but not at the cost of, you know, jeopardizing somebody's life or health or anything like that. So hopefully we get a good entertaining fight between the two. And both of these guys make it back home safe to their families. You know, Boo's got a family that he got to come back to. And, you know, Stanionis got a baby on the way. So as soon as he's done with this fight, he got to go into daddy mode. And, you know, if he never had a kid before, now he about to have a whole nother mission than learning how to be a father. And it's not easy. Trust me. I'm about to be a father for 2 years. You know what I mean? I ain't no vet yet, but, you know, it ain't easy. I know a little bit about fatherhood. You feel me? Next gen says Stanionis might be extra motivated with his baby dude. That's what I was just saying a little before, like a few minutes ago. It's either it's really gonna put him in a very focused and dialed in place mentally, you know, being motivated behind, you know, his child being on the way, or it could distract him. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure as a man, you know, you're supposed to protect and provide, and, you know, I know in the back of his head, I know he's probably wondering whether, you know, the mother of his child is okay, and if, you know, everything's going well, you know, and if he was to get the word that, like, the baby is, like, in the process of being, you know, pushed out or whatever the case is, while, you know, he's warming up for the fight, that could totally throw him off from a mental aspect. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Stanionis is having a son or a daughter. I just know that he has a baby on the way. So I'm not sure. Lorenzo said, big facts. Father of two right here. LOL, 2 girls too. Shit. I was just telling my girl today, I hope I don't got no damn daughter. I hope I don't have no damn daughter. Yes. What? Yes. She says yes. I don't know, man. Daughters terrify me. You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm used to being that, you know, disciplinarian type, not rough around the edges necessarily, but like being stern, firm. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with a daughter, all that shit gonna go out the window, man. I seen the toughest niggas get soft as hell for their daughters. And I feel like I wouldn't be any different for real. 6 guys said it's easy for me. What you mean it's easy for you? What you referring to, brother? You going to Atlantic City? No, unfortunately not. I'll be home this weekend with my son. But fortunately for y'all, I will be going live and possibly, as a matter of fact, definitely doing a live fight commentary on the fight, man. So y'all go ahead. You know what I mean? Y'all can come check me out. If y'all don't want to listen to them commentators, come over to Mazuma TV. Listen to me. I'm going to give y'all an unbiased perspective. Even though Boots is one of my favorite fighters, I'm going to give y'all an unbiased perspective on what I see in the ring and all that good stuff, man. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for that, for sure. Picture background theme. Oh, yeah, y'all fuck with the wall art, man. I appreciate that. I got a couple compliments already. Believe it or not, bro, I seen this on Pinterest. So check this out. I seen this on Pinterest. I thought it was pretty dope. I asked my girl. She thought it was dope because I like to get her input. I don't like to put, you know, we live together, so I don't want to do something in the house that she may feel like is ugly or tacky, whatever the fuck the case is. So she liked it. So I bought it. They made me pay for the pictures. Like, I bought it and then they sent me a PDF through the email. Then I got them printed out at CVS and shit. You know what I mean? Into posters. Then I just put them into them frames. You feel me? I had old wall art. I had some abstract art before that, but it was time to, you know what I mean, have a little bit more personality behind it. So I appreciate you guys complimenting the artwork. You feel me? Shit wasn't cheap neither. So that's what's up. That's what's up. But you said Sean Terrence said thoughts on Omari Jones. I don't really have an opinion on him at this point in time. What I like to do is, man, I really like to study fighters. You know what I'm saying? I like to sit down, watch a few of their fights, and I know highlights and shit like that. I like to sit down and watch they hold a couple fights just to get the gist of what type of fighter they are, their habits, what they're good at, where they may need improvement. And then from there, I can provide a solid opinion for you. But as of right now, I can't really speak too much on it because there ain't really too much to study as of right now from a pro setting. You know what I'm saying? Ain't Omari Jones, then he just make his pro debut, or I'm tripping. Or was that somebody else? That Eddie Hearns is signed. No, I think hold on. Yeah, he just made his pro debut and like he packed dude up and like he packed dude up in a couple rounds. So and a lot of people were saying like it was an early stoppage. You feel me? So ain't really too much to really speak on with that. Gotta see him develop a little bit more. He fought in his hometown, which was dope. You feel what I mean? Shout out to Eddie Hearn for putting that together and making that happen. But yeah, we gotta see a little bit more before I really give you. Like, I could speak on Abdullah Mason because there's a whole paper trail on him. Like I know I've seen enough fights to really give you an in-depth analysis about him. Omari Jones, he need a little bit of time to cook up. You think Abdullah got one with Andy? What you mean got one? What you mean like got a fight? Look, man, how the way the business of boxing is set up, Abdullah has a few more fights before they'll even consider him, fighting for a world title. Andy Cruz, on the other hand, it seems like they're putting him, with him being number one in the WBC right now, they're pretty much accelerating him to the top. They with him being in his late 20s or whatever the case is, I think Andy Cruz is like 28 from what I understand. So, he's at an age where he's still young, but at the same time, you can't really take your sweet ass time. And he's 29 years old. So that, that I can see why they rush him a little bit. And with the amateur pedigree he got, if you're not ready for the elites, when you like a gold medalist, he got 2 gold medals actually. Well, he got 2 gold medals in the Pan Am Games. Well, he got multiple gold medal winner in different tournaments and shit like that. You know what I mean? So if he's not ready for the elites now, then when will he be? You know what I'm saying? He's young, but he's not young enough to be sitting around and just be like, oh, we got time. Nah, y'all need to get to it ASAP. You feel me? So, yeah, man. So let's talk about this Edwin De Los Santos and Keyshawn Davis situation, because these type of subjects I'm really passionate about because I happen to, take part in the business side of boxing. I've seen some crummy shit happen in the sport of boxing. I'll give y'all a couple situations. I ain't gonna name no promoters or anything like that because we still cool with them. We still do business with them. But I've seen them do B-side fighters dirty where, they'll fly them in or whatever the case is, get them hotels booked and stuff like that. They fight get canceled and then the promoter won't even try to pay them. Or, like a fighter misses weight and the B-side doesn't want to fight them for missing weight, then they'll threaten them with not giving them flights back home. Like I heard of shit like that. Now I'm not gonna get sued at all, brother. We won't move dumb like that. You know what I'm saying? Then I've also seen promoters take money from fighters. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that happen before. And I've actually seen promoters take ticket money from people, cancel the event, and still have these people's money. You see what I'm saying? Like I done seen it all, bro. I'm trying to tell you, these promoters are very grimy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't give a fuck about the fighter. They give a fuck about what the fighter brings to the table. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm saying all of that to say, I'm looking through the group chat on social media, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the group chat. Ralph, Anonymous, J Cash, Reed, Notes, Lorenzo, Slime. You feel what I'm saying? They always keeping me, in case something slips by me. You know what I mean? They always posting in the group chat to keep me informed of what's going on. And I thought this was pretty interesting right here. You feel what I'm saying? And this is what Edwin De Los Santos had put up. So there was these rumors going around that Edwin De Los Santos and Keyshawn Davis were working on a fight between each other, which would have been a hell of a fight. Edwin De Los Santos, he's coming off of a long layoff. He hasn't fought since Shakur Stevenson. But he ain't really looking for no tune-ups, no warm-ups, stay busy fights, anything like that. He looking to get right back into the smoke. And I could salute Edwin De Los Santos for that, because that's actually pretty dope. You feel what I'm saying? Not everybody would take the route that he's choosing to take at this point in time. But apparently, there was this rumors going around that Edwin De Los Santos had pulled out of negotiations with Keyshawn Davis because he felt like he was receiving a low ball offer. Now, that low ball offer happened to be $225,000. You feel what I'm saying? $225,000. He didn't like that amount. He felt like he was worth more. He felt like they were lowballing him, and as a result, they didn't want the fight. Edwin De Los Santos put this out publicly, right? So come to find out, according to Brunch Boxing, Top Ranks, Carl Moretti says that Edwin De Los Santos was offered at least $400K to fight Keyshawn Davis. So Edwin De Los Santos was coming out here and saying, yo, this whole time, my promoter told me that they offered $225K. So the guys who trying to make this fight with me are saying they offered me $400, but my promoter's telling me $225. So in my head, somebody lying. Somebody's lying. You feel what I'm saying? So Edwin De Los Santos comes out and says, now look at this. I didn't even know there was $400K. My promoter offered me $225K. God damn, ain't that some shit? With all the grimy shit I just told y'all promoters be doing to these fighters, maybe there could have been a miscommunication. I don't know. But this is what Edwin De Los Santos puts out there. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what promoters be doing, y'all. I told y'all about this on several occasions. I said this on a live a while back. I wish I could remember which live it was, but we go live practically every day, so it's going to be impossible to keep up. But I told y'all about how these promoters will get an offer. Let's say you fighting. You that's watching right now, the 19 people that's in the building. You are a professional fighter in this situation, and you are being offered to fight Keyshawn Davis, right, for $500K. But you don't know that. You don't know that they're offering you $500,000. You know what I mean? Keyshawn Davis, the A side, you a contender. He the ones that sends you the offer. You feel what I'm saying? $500K is the offer. You don't know that, though. You don't know that they offering you $500,000 because, that might be the biggest career. It might be the biggest payday of your career, right? Cool. The promoter gets word of that. He knows that his fighter is not directly talking to this promoter, so he could basically tell him whatever price the fuck he wants. So he could go ahead, he could hit you up. That promoter hits you up and is like, yo, man, good news. Keyshawn Davis, he wants to fight you on June 25th. They offering $200,000. And you like, damn, that's all they offering? Like, damn, Keyshawn just sold out in Virginia and all type. They only offering me $200. Nah, man, they lowballing me, man. They ducking me, man. Nah, we not doing this shit for no $200K. He a world champion. I'm gonna need at least $4. Whole time they offering $5. So this damn promoter just scraped $300,000 off the top and is giving you the crumbs that fall off of the table. This is the shit I be talking about, and this is exactly why I say fighters belong at the negotiation table, especially at the elite level. That's why when I heard Oscar De La Hoya tell Terrence Crawford that he was wrong for advocating for fighters to be at the negotiation table, I said, damn, Oscar, really? Bro, you're a former, bro, you're one of the greatest ever, bro. You're a fucking legend. And you are promoting yourself at the later half of your career. You was at the negotiation table, but you being a promoter now, fighters don't deserve to be at the table. Why the fuck not? When bullshit like this happens. There needs to be there needs to be complete transparency between the promoters and the fighters, bro. There's no reason why fighters are being left in the dark, especially in terms of pay. You like as a promoter, yeah, you should be talking to other promoters. Yeah, that's your job. You're supposed to be negotiating. All right, cool. But I need to know what's being said on the other side, and I shouldn't just be taking your word for it. I should be hearing the words coming out. I should hear the words coming out of their mouth myself. I need to be on the phone calls. I need to be at the meetings. I need to be part of every single thing that's responsible for making the fight happen. Who the nigga promoter? I believe it's Samson Lukowicz. Nigga said, Mark, where you at? The homo hut? That's hilarious. You heard that shit, babe? You sleep? They asked me if I'm at the homo hut. Ain't that's some disrespectful shit? God damn. Slime bugging. He's swinging off the rip. But nah, for real though. It's good promoters getting exposed for this BS. Bro, I don't even know if Edwin De Los Santos even attempted to do that. But if I'm Edwin De Los Santos, I'm furious. What the fuck? I'll be calling my promoter. Yo, what's Carl Moretti talking about? $400K. When you said they offered me $225, they lying? Do I have to talk to them myself to see exactly what the offer was? Because somebody lying here. There's somebody who either Carl Moretti capping about the purse to make me look bad, or you fucking lied to me and attempted to scrape some money off of the top and you could leave me with the crumbs. It's one of them. It's one of them. But for some reason, based off of the history of promoters and how they be fucking over fighters, bro, my gut tells me that Carl Moretti is not lying about offering $400K to Edwin De Los Santos, bro. Next Gen says that might have been Edwin cut after he paid his team and managers and stuff. No. Edwin, no, that they don't. That's not how that works. Edwin gets paid. Let's say he offers that he receives that $400K. He receives the $400K, and then from there, he does the splits. You feel what I'm saying? Or whatever he's left with, he's left with. That's, I don't know what type of situation he got going on. It's not like they giving you the check and all the fees is already deducted out of the check. No, that's not the case. The full amount is given to the fighter, and from there, he breaks up the percentages and pays who he needs to pay. Coaches, managers, advisors, whoever the fuck it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like the live, absolutely. Anonymous says, I'm happy that fight didn't happen anyway. Edwin didn't deserve it, to be honest, coming off of a loss, a major layoff, and had injuries in his time off. There's better career options for him as of right now. I mean, that makes sense. I still think stylistically that would have been an intriguing fight, but at the same time, you could probably name some lightweights, or there's some lightweights right now that are more deserving than Edwin De Los Santos, who've been more active than Edwin De Los Santos, who are actually on a win streak. You feel what I'm saying? So, I totally understand Anonymous's point, but I'm speaking from the perspective of, them, coming together to make the fight happen, and then coming to realize that promoter is a piece of shit. You see what I'm saying? Nigga, my point, how much money he want and he want, nigga, inactive. Listen, that's I don't know what he wanted. He never came out and said what he wanted, but he felt like 200K was short money, right? He felt like 225 was short. Right? But that's not what we really I don't really care about, how much De Los Santos gets paid. You worth what you negotiate, right? The problem is his promoter is telling him 225 when in reality he was offered 400, bro. That's the issue. That's really the issue. That's what I have a problem with. Mazuma, do y'all know who Adlai Rodriguez is? No. No, I don't. Who is Adlai Rodriguez? Sound like a woman. Not sure who that is. It's saying you might have to clarify that for me, or do you want me to Google it? Okay, this is a fighter. Adlai Rodriguez, 6-0 with 6 knockouts, a super lightweight from Cuba, 5'10". Okay, that's a tall super lightweight. That's a tall 140. But got all knockouts. Shit. 4 of them are first round knockouts. That's what's up. No, not no crazy names as of right now or good records, but he on a hell of a run. So salute to him. Terrence Crawford 2.0. That's a lot of praise there, brother. He stopped T.O. in sparring. Bro, how many niggas done stopped T.O. in sparring, bro? How many motherfuckers done stopped T.O. in sparring? I done heard multiple niggas talk about how they stopped T.O. in sparring. He just began his ass whooped like that. I was hearing Rolly talk about how he hit T.O. at point, like he broke his nose. What the fuck he said? He said something about he broke something. He broke T.O. nose or some shit, and then he hit him another time. And T.O. didn't want to spar him no more. I've been hearing, bro, from Philly niggas about, witnessing T.O. get packed up and sparring. Cubans got some hit. They always have, bro. They always have. I'm saying, so I ain't surprised that these new niggas coming over and they taking over and they doing their thing. Cuba got a nice little squad going on right now. Rolly fucked up T.O. T.O. put out like a sparring video and he looked like he was getting off on Rolly and shit like that. But Rolly said he had just started boxing around that time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's the truth. I don't know why T.O. even posted that. As far as I was concerned, I thought they was good friends. But I don't know. T.O. done switched up on a lot of people, bro. Says, yo, Mazuma, is that the only time we get a Rolly interview, or will more come in the future? I'm sure more will come in the future, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to reach out to Bomac and see if we can run back another interview. Shit, I don't even know if he's gonna remember the last interview we did, but it was a good John. I was well prepared for that interview. I snapped on that interview. I ain't even gonna hold you. But yeah, I'm looking to bring Bomac back. And yeah,
I brought Greg on the channel multiple times. I brought Breadman on the channel multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing to bring people back, especially if we got something to talk about. Mazuma, how do I send you a clip? Send it to my Instagram. You see my Instagram right there on the banner? Mark.Mazuma. That's my personal one. Hit me up on there and let me know when you send a DM. No, Rolly gave me, that interview right there. This the thing, bro. You can't have a serious interview with Rolly, bro. Rolly literally, when you watch the beginning of the interview, he said, "What the fuck has boxing ever done for anybody?" I was like, "What?" I was like, it's hard to take Rolly serious because everything he say sound. It'd be the way he delivered the shit. It just be sounding funny. He talk funny. He goofy, bro. So you want to laugh at him. And I'm like, bro, that shit done gave you a couple big paychecks. He's like, yeah, but besides that, what the fuck has boxing ever done for anybody? I'm like, yeah, this dude is crazy. Like, how do you even approach Rolly in a serious way when he could pop off and say the wildest shit ever? So yeah, man, to wrap up that last situation with De Los Santos and Keyshawn, bro, this shit really goes to show that the fighters could want the fight. You know what I'm saying? The money could be right and shit like that, but it only takes one person to fuck this whole situation up. You know what I'm saying? And in terms of this situation right here, it seems like a money hungry promoter may have fucked up the possibility of Keyshawn and Edwin De Los Santos fighting. Sad, but most likely or possibly it's true. You feel what I'm saying? So it sucks. Lorenzo says, he said, you and Rolly friendship growing. I was chopping it up like I was homies on the block. Well, since me and Rolly went back and forth, he didn't even really, that was the crazy part. He didn't even disrespect me when I was talking crazy to him or going back and forth with him and shit like that. His sister was talking greasy. I was like, yo, stay in a bitch place. Like, who the fuck is you talking to? You feel what I'm saying? So she quickly got up out the picture. But besides that, once I got the conversing with Rolly, and then I was chopping it up with my pop and shit about it. It was a miscommunication. There were some things that I jumped the gun about. You feel what I'm saying? And now we seeing eye to eye on shit. You feel me? And I can see from Rolly's perspective why I pretty much jumped the gun. You feel me? But since then, he been cool. He reaches out to bro. There be times where I don't even talk to him, and he'll reach out and be like, "Yo, what's good? Like, you straight?" type shit. I'm like, "Yeah, how camp going?" And he be cooling, bro. He be cooling. And for real, that interview was about to not happen because he was like, "Yo, bro, like, I'm not trying to spin you or nothing like that, but I got this going on, and this is gonna be at this time. I'm 3 hours behind, so by the time I finish, it'll be 3 a.m. over there." And I'm like, nigga, I'm not gonna be up at no 3 a.m. So fuck it, let's just do it right now. And I had to do that shit while he was driving over to his manager's crib or wherever they was meeting up at to watch some Ryan Garcia film. So, you know, we was able to get it done. Yeah, Rolly be checking in, bro. Rolly be checking in since we started seeing eye to eye on shit. He been tapping in with me, which is dope. He don't have to for real, for real. And I told y'all, let me take this down. And I told y'all he even he sent the pair of winning gloves over to my gym to give to like the less fortunate kids that's in the gym. You know what I'm saying? So it was dope. It was dope. Y'all see, I try to ask him boxing questions, but you can't. If a motherfucker don't want to talk about something, you ain't gonna force it. All right, bro. Like if that's what, let's talk about what you want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? We found out Rolly Romero's mom is a lesbian. Did y'all ever know that? Did y'all know that that Rolly knew about index funds? There was a lot of things in that interview that he spoke about, and then at the end he was like, "Yo, this was a fun interview, man." Like, what's crazy, bro? Every interview that I've done with people, they've always been like, "Yo, that was actually a good interview." Like Greg, Greg Hackett, the first interview he did, he was like, "Yo," he said, "Yo, this a good John. I like what you got going on and shit." Then when we got off, he hit me up on Facebook. He was like, "Yo, that was good shit, cuz like let me know when you want me back on type shit." So I'm like, "Oh, all right, that's what's up." A few Johns, bro, few Johns. They always be like, "Yo, that was a good John. That was a good interview type shit." Bomac was like, "This was," I think what Bomac said. He's like, "This was well put together, man." He said that shit once I got off StreamYard and it was just me and him talking. So it's dope. Rolly checked out. He accepted his fee. Rolly actually seemed pretty fucking confident, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just Rolly. I don't know. But like, and he's getting. Trust me, I done sent. He done added me to the scouting team for his sparring. You feel what I'm saying? He was like, "Yo, send me some guys from Philly that can help me get ready for Ryan." I came up with 3 off of the top. Tamir Smalls. Y'all can look him up. Tahmir Smalls. He trained with Boots and them. Tall, rangy fighter with some good hand speed and some good power. Tamir Smalls. Then there's another guy by the name, he from out Allentown. His name is Tanjay Teasley, I believe. Tall, rangy, got good power too. You know what I mean? With some good speed. Then we got Quadira Albright. Now, Quadira Albright, I told y'all before, he reminded me of a young AB, but he's like 5'10", 5'11", like Ryan. He got hand speed. He's more active than Ryan. He's more offensively. He's better. He's more versatile offensively than Ryan. You feel me? But he could punch like a son of a bitch too. You feel me? So he get them. If he get at least one of them guys, he'll be well prepared. Trust me. A lot of people don't know the Philly scene like I do. He be all right. Yeah, I seen that interview for Bullet. I even brought it up to Rolly. And he didn't really answer the question either. I was like, yo, like, yeah, your old coach Bullet said that, you know, you need a dog, you need to be a dog and all that. But Silas is teaching you some skills. What is this really about with you? I don't even know if he answered the shit. You feel me? But Mark interviewed Tank. Tank will never allow me to interview him. Tank will never allow me to interview him because that ain't gonna really be no interview. That shit gonna end up hitting the fan. You know what I'm saying? Like with Rolly, if me and Rolly was still on bad terms, that interview would have hit the fan for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a few things he said in the interview that I disagreed with. You know what I mean? Or, they really wasn't too understanding of, but I still let him rock because that's his opinion. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let people talk. Y'all ever watch some interviews where like the interviewer is constantly over talking the guy or like he's answering the questions for him? Like the interviewer will ask the question and then answer the question for the guy that's supposed to answer it. I just let people talk, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got T.O. Sr. to say that, he puts coke on his genitals. You know what I'm saying? That's how we got him to admit that he still does cocaine. This nigga Coffee playing crazy. Who remembers when Rolly was begging Mark to get off live to talk privately? Yeah. But, looking back on that, and the video got taken down, by the way. I still don't know how that shit got taken down because I wasn't notified, nothing. Somebody just had hit me up. I don't know if it was Mazuma TV clips. It was somebody that was like, yo, the video got took down. I'm like, all right. Yeah, Lorenzo. Fanon a nut. Fuck Fanon. He a clown. That dude got mental health issues, bro. And then that nigga forget his meds and he go cuckoo. They need a 302 and Fanon little fat sloppy ass. And he built like Carl Winslow. Rolly team took it down. It didn't say who took it down or why they took it down. The shit just disappeared. Shit was crazy. I checked my email and all, nothing. I was like, wow. Next gen said Rolly definitely a live dog, but he might have PTSD. Hey man, that could very possibly be true. But when I was talking to Rolly, he was like, yo, man, when I was at 35, I needed to be at 40. When I was at 40, I needed to be at 47. So he was talking about how, those weight cuts had an effect on his performances. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all don't know, man, like weight cuts could really make you chinny if you go about shit the wrong way. A bad weight cut could fuck with your punch resistance. And I'm not saying that's what happened with Rolly, but at the same time, it could have been something that played a factor in why he hasn't been able to take these big punches, against these guys. Mind you, Javante could fucking crack. Isai Cruz could fucking crack. Ismael Barroso could fucking crack. So maybe he was just in there with dudes who could pack a fucking punch and he just got hit with some solid shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you're outgrowing a weight class or, not able to, get to the weight in a healthy way, that's when the fluid starts, coming out of your brain. The fluid is draining from your brain and shit like that. And all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for you to take simple punches. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, listen, Ryan Garcia, he's a big puncher. He's a big puncher, bro. We can't discredit Ryan. Ryan could catch Rolly with a flush shot and end it right there, like he did with Fonseca. And I heard Ryan say he gonna do Rolly like Fonseca. You feel me? But maybe Rolly going up to 147, being replenished and not having to, do these unhealthy weight cuts, maybe it'll help with his ability to take a punch. That's possible. I've seen, like, let's go to the UFC shit, right? I've seen Dustin Poirier get his ass whooped and stopped by Conor McGregor at 145, right? Back when Conor McGregor was that weight bully and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But then when he fought at 155, his punch resistance was a lot better. Conor McGregor was hitting Poirier with some shots at 155 the same way he hit him at 145, and Poirier didn't go anywhere. It's almost as if, his punch resistance had increased dramatically. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that Poirier was at a weight class that he didn't need to be in, that he clearly outgrown, and 155, that additional 10 pounds did a shit ton of good for him. You feel what I'm saying? So maybe the 7 pounds for Rolly would do a whole lot of good for him. Mark Rolly Hitchens 147. Man, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. If that shit, six God, I'm gonna tell you right now. If that shit were to happen, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna be dead honest with you, bro. If Rolly and Hitchens were to fight at 147, man, I need to train Rolly for that fight, bro. I will take the assistant role for that fight. Nigga, I need to help you in that camp. I don't give a fuck if I'm just holding pads. You could limit me to a pad, man. Fuck it. Do what you gotta do. Bro, I need to help you get ready for that fight. I guarantee you, with the work that I got at this gym, with the type of fighters that I got, bro, and with all the work that Philly got, Rolly need to do a training camp in Badlands. Y'all heard me. Rolly Romero needs to do a fight camp in Badlands. What happened, babe? Why she texting me when she in a whole other room? Hitchens the real Devin. He don't do that next gen. Babe, I'm on live. Why you? Nah, Rolly chilling on Kensington. That's crazy. Hitchens ain't do shit that Devin Haney did in his career yet, man. Don't give that boy his flowers before he earn them. You know what I mean? All right, Hitchens beat Liam Paro. Now you got to defend your title. But look who he about to defend his title against. If Hitchens stop Cambosis, I mean, bro, that's what he's supposed to do. Like Cambosis ain't, bro. That motherfucker that nigga was a flash in the pan, cuz he beat T.O. and he just began stepped on ever since then. Except fight people his size at 140. What you mean? Is Cambosis Hitchens size? Is Cambosis Hitchens size? How long has Cambosis been at 140? Wasn't his last fight a couple weeks ago his first fight at 140? Tio, yo, man. He beat Tio and Devin stepped on him twice. Facts. Then he went and he fought Lee. What was that one dude name? My mind's slipping right now. Maxie Hughes. This is a fight to boost his profile. Next gen, just say what it is, dog. That's a cherry pick, cuz. Just say what it is. It's a cherry pick. Nah, I don't hate Hitchens, bro. Y'all misconstrue what I'm saying. I I have my criticisms about Hitchens, but to say I hate him is wild. He ain't ever failed no drug test. He ain't never cheat or anything like that for me to dislike the man. I just feel like he ain't got no heart for real, and I think that he a duck. And I think that he be popping all this big shit, but he got selective smoke. That's what I've always said about him. That's what I've always said about him. I think he got selective smoke. He one of them niggas. I don't know if y'all from the hood or whatever the case is, but it's always that y'all ever run into that one nigga. Y'all ever run into that one dude that he tough when he around the right people, but when a certain individual comes around, you know what I'm saying, he a little bit more quiet than usual. That's who Hitchens reminds me of. You feel me? That's who Hitchens remind me of. He'll pop that shit with the boy Kevin down the block. You know what I'm saying? But when the boy Derek coming around, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden, you know what I mean, the energy ain't the same. That's who Hitchens remind me of. Like, he tough, but he only tough with certain people. And in Philly, that's called you having picks. You got picks, nigga. If you ain't got no picks, that means anybody could get the smoke. But if you got picks, you got selective smoke. Going against Subriel with a rehydration, a dangerous game. Well, if that's the case, he need to go ahead and move up and wait. If that's so much, bro, you can't pick and choose when you want to deal with the rehydration clause, bro. You can't be like, yo, man, you know what I mean? Like, I know I'm the number one in the IBF for Super L, but, you know, I'm not really a fan of the rehydration clause. Then Super L go ahead and lose. You know what I mean? He get outclassed by Leon Paro. Then all of a sudden you like, you know what, man? Fuck it. I'm better than Leon Paro. I don't need to worry about the rehydration clause. Then when you get the belt and Super L on your ass about to be that number one contender for your belt, you know, fighting Super L with a rehydration clause, man, that's a dangerous game. Like, what? So you was against it, then you was with it to fight Leon Paro, but now you against it again. So, but then you're for the rehydration clause for George Kambosos. Look who he's willing to go through the rehydration clause with and who he's not willing to go through the rehydration clause with. And you tell me whether he pussy or not. That's the problem I got with Richardson Hitchens. He don't got no problem going through the rehydration process with Liam Paro and fucking George Kambosos. This nigga loves going through rehydration clauses with Australians. But for that one dark-skinned Puerto Rican motherfucker from Fajardo, Puerto Rico, he has a problem with it. That's a problem. That's That's bitch assness to me. You feel me? Shout out to the boy Lorenzo with the $2 super chat. He says Hitchens really scared of Subrel for real. Man, I hate to say it, but and I don't even, bro. You think I want to come on here and say that this nigga scared of this nigga or this dude ducking this dude? Nah, bro. I don't want to say that. But everything is pointing towards that. So you giving me no choice but to say it. Now, it's gonna be very interesting when because you know the IBF don't got no trouble banging the gavel on motherfuckers when it's time to face their mandatories, right? It's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting when the IBF orders Hitchens to fight Subrel, what Hitchens is gonna do. If he goes ahead and moves up in weight, he gonna listen. Hitchens gonna be asked out regardless. I'm gonna tell you why. Hitchens could box. He got good lateral. He got good feet, good lateral movement. He's really good at keeping his opponents at the end of his punches. He got a phenomenal jab. He got a good one too. You just see what I'm saying? And he's textbook, fundamentally sound. I like how the way Hitchens fights, bro. Simple but effective. I like it. He got just enough athleticism to make the fundamentals look even cleaner, right? Or look more, you know, how can you say this? Yeah, more cleaner, I guess you would say. You know what I'm saying? He got a little bit of flash to it as well. He got a little bit of flash behind the fundamentals, which is cool. Got a little pop too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hitchens got a little bit of pop. He ain't no devastating puncher, but he got some pop. You feel what I'm saying? If he catch you at the end of one of those punches, he can rock your shit. No doubt. But when we looking at the landscape of 147 right now, he gonna run into some trouble. Look at this girl. Look at this girl. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Facts. I agree. She don't even know what the hell we talking about. Yo, why you not over here? She go to the other room and she talking about she missed me. How the fuck you miss me? You left the room that I was in. You ain't miss me that much. These girls be liars, bro. Six guy, chill out. Everybody trying to wait on Boost to go undisputed and move up. Yo, next gen, that's facts, bro. They pretty much wait. They were like, bro, how long Boost go? They looking out the window right now like this. They like this, bro. That boy Jaron still out there. They peeking from the blinds. Jaron still out. Man, Jaron still in the middle of the street causing all that trouble. I ain't going outside till Jaron leave. I got enough. I got enough pudding pops in my fridge to last for a couple more months. I ain't going outside when Jaron out there making all that noise. I don't want no trouble with Jaron Ennis. Yeah. I did take her wrench away. I was just trolling. I'll give it back there. She don't be on here anyway. She be watching me most of the time. You know what she be doing? She falls asleep when I start talking. Every time I go live, it's like background noise for her. She goes to sleep. I'm surprised she ain't asleep right now. So like she don't never be watching the chat. She don't be caring about what nobody be talking about. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's everybody at 140. They all looking out the blinds like, that boy Jaron's still out there. Oh, he still causing trouble. I ain't about to go out there. He whooped my ass. Nah, we gonna wait till he go to the next street. When he go over there to 7th Street, then I'm gonna come outside. See, that's why I'm here to fall asleep. See what I'm saying? Know that girl. Wait, what? What six guys say? Six guys said something? Anonymous said, let's be honest, Mark. Hitchens already said in multiple interviews he doesn't plan on staying at 140 for 2 months longer. Once a tough opponent shows up, Matias or Russell, I think it's a wrap. Russell beats the shit out of Hitchens. I'm sorry. Gary Antoine Russell, bro. It's going to take another dog to beat Gary Antoine Russell, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna take a really good, like, that performance against Ryo was sensational, bro. Sensational. I can't even front. Like, that performance right there will give anybody in the division trouble. And a lot of people not making it out. They're not making it out. I'm surprised Ryo ain't get stopped for real, if we being honest. You know, for him to hang on after sustaining that ass whooping, that was kind of impressive. I ain't gonna lie to you. But Hitchens, as I already said in multiple interviews, he doesn't plan on staying at 140 for too much longer. I did hear those interviews, but my thing is, if you're putting a time frame or you got a little, you know, motherfucking, if you got a small amount of time in the weight class, why not face the best? Try to at least face the best opposition possible while you're there. That's what bothers me. If you know you're only gonna be, if you're just briefly briefly being there. If you're just gonna be there for a small amount of time, why not make the most of it? Crazy. Jaron Ennis and Hitchens fought each other in the amateurs, bro. I was watching that amateur fight, cracking the fuck up. You know what? Y'all right. I don't like Hitchens. Y'all right. I don't. Because if I laugh at you getting your ass whooped, there's some dislike there. I don't like Hitchens. I think he's a funny ass trash talker. He make me laugh when he be talking shit. But for real, I question his heart. I do. I don't like him. I'm sorry. I don't like. Boost was whooping that ass, and that wasn't even like the Boost. That was like Boost was stopping people in the amateurs, but like he's a way more devastating puncher now, considering he just a well-seasoned pro. But in the amateurs, bro, he was a lighting motherfuckers up. Man, he was like, I think he knocked Hitchens' headgear off and shit. Oh my god! Or his headgear kept like getting twisted from how clean Jaron was punching on him. Yeah, Hitchens give you that Brooklyn's best. Bro, he is hilarious. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. He remind me of like the young Floyd. Remember when Pretty Boy Floyd, not in terms of fighting, in terms of talking. When young Pretty Boy Floyd used to pop his shit, bro, I used to be dying laughing, bro. Floyd Mayweather, he really gave no fucks during that era, like the Ricky Hatton era, the Shane Mosley era, like all that. He's like, I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla. I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I talk the most shit. I'm the most flashy. Like, he used to draw. Nigga said Shane Mosley looked like he said, man, he got that green little suit on dressed like a leprechaun. Man, he got a Jerry curl, man. He looked like he woke up in that hot tub time machine. Bro, that shit had me dying. The hot tub time machine, that shit had me dying laughing, bro. They fight the same damn near. Who fight the same? Who fight the same? I hope you ain't talking about Hitchens and Boots. They got totally different styles. Totally different styles. Their mentality is even different in the ring. Yeah, six guy. You gotta be a casual if you think that they fight damn near the same and that they're both boxers. Yeah, they are both boxers. Floyd and Hitchens, no, they don't. They don't fight the same. Especially a young Floyd. They don't fight the same. That's hilarious, though. My boy, six guy thought he made a point just now. You tripping? Floyd and Hitchens box the same? Fuck no. They defense is set up totally different. Floyd Mayweather was more versatile with his offense, especially when he was younger. He had better killer instinct. He was faster. He was more explosive. He was more twitchy. Like it was not at all. Boots would beat Hitchens. Yeah, Mac, we know that. He'll stop Hitchens, actually, if we be honest with you. He'll stop Richardson Hitchens. Hitchens ain't got one of my favorite ass whoopers ever was Forrest versus Mosley. He whooped that drug cheese ass. Yeah, I be forgetting, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I be forgetting that Shane Mosley was a drug cheat, bro. That's because he popped in an era where there wasn't no social media. So people tend to forget when social media ain't involved. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I forgot Shane. Shane was on that juice, bro. I don't know how this what cause I know Mosley don't work with Golden Boy no more, but he was a partner just like how Bernard Hopkins is now. I don't know who did he test. When did he test positive for the De La Hoya fight, right? Or around the De La Hoya fight? Because I know he moved up from 35 to 47. Yep, EPO. Yeah, I remember that. Shane Mosley went from 35 to 47 to fight De La Hoya. And I think he fought him twice. I think he beat him twice, or whatever the case is. I don't know how De La Hoya talk all this shit about Floyd when Floyd beat him fair and square. But with Mosley, he gave Mosley all the respect in the world. Even had him a partner of Golden Boy when he blatantly cheated against him. Bro, that's the ultimate disrespect, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's the ultimate disrespect. Like, you training your ass off. You ain't cutting no corners. You giving it your all. The whole time, the motherfucker over here don't believe in his skills. He insecure. He don't believe in his abilities. So he taking juice against you so he could possibly take you away from your family. Next gen says Devin better off trying to go for Barrios WBC belt than rematch Ryan. Bro, I think everybody in boxing right now is better off trying to go for Barrios WBC belt. If you in the 147 division or you plan to move to 147, your target should be Barrios because you got arguably the most prestigious belt belonging to the weakest link. Barrios is the weakest link in the division in terms of champions, and he has the most, arguably has the most prestigious belt. Everybody in the weight class should be going after Barrios. Barrios got a big ass target on his back. Everybody's just waiting for Barrios to slip. You feel what I'm saying? But Barrios, like, he holding on to that belt as tight as he can. You know what I'm saying? He holding on to that belt as tight as he can because he know when the right motherfucker come around, they gonna snatch that motherfucker. Pause. Barrios definitely food. Rolly might try to run his shit. Yo, I don't know how Rolly look at 47, but if he's fast, explosive, punching hard, bro, he fuck around and cook. He might fuck around, beat Barrios' ass in them late rounds. Trust me, if he getting hurt by Abel, Ramos, and all that shit, if Rolly catch him with some flush shit, you see how fast Barrio face swell up, how his nose already fucked up. He got a Tiafimo nose. Then when you know what I'm saying, when he get punched in his nose enough, he look like one of them blue Avatar motherfuckers from them 3-hour movies and shit. Barrios be coming out looking like that, all swelled up, eyes be shut. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rolly might be able to give Barrios some work. If Barrios saw his shit, though, he might light Rolly up. But how the way Barrios been looking lately, Rolly might catch him. Rolly might bully him, beat him up bad. Everybody know Rolly. Not Rolly. Everybody know Barrios easy work right now at 47. That's why they all shooting for him. Rolly versus Haney 147. Rolly don't want that work, man. Rolly got a problem. Rolly got a problem with boxers, bro. He always talk bad on like boxers' names and shit. He talk about they boring just so like people won't really ask him about them. Rolly doesn't beat Devin, in my opinion. Rolly Norman too. I don't know, man. Norman too strong. Norman strong as fuck. Barrios' defense needs to be up to par, and his footwork needs to be up to par. His footwork is terrible. I seen him crossing his feet, going to the left and shit. I'm like, bro, you're a fucking world champion doing that? Crossing your feet? Are you serious? Like, we we got kids at the gym that won't cross their feet. And that's like basic. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. If y'all building yourselves or like building a fighter in general, you start from the ground up. Teach them footwork first. Have them learn how to step in position going forward, backwards, left, right. Then after that, start giving them the basic punches while being able to step forward, backwards, left, right. Then you can start teaching them the pivots and how to properly lower your center of gravity. You know what I'm saying? Weight transfer, when you punch and snapping your punches. Bro, bar rails be crossing his feet, bro. Shit is crazy. Norman too strong for Rolly, cuz. Norman could really punch. Norman is a big puncher, in my opinion. He got some pop. Especially how the way he did the boy Derek Cuevas, bro. He didn't even look like he turned them shots over all that crazy. He do a lot of damage. Well, Norman didn't fight anybody yet, to be honest with you. I mean, he fought Santillan, an up-and-coming contender just like him in his hometown, and wiped the floor with him. You feel what I'm saying? But besides that, he ain't really beat nobody notable. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, look. Oh, man. He the WBO welterweight champion of the world, right? Is Mario Barrios the next George Kambosos a welterweight? No, you know why? Because he's actually defended his title. He actually defended his titles. How many title defenses Kambosos got? Hit them likes, hit them likes. Boost and Teal damn near inhumane. What you mean by that, next gen? Oh, Boost and Teal damn near. Oh, you talking about them fighting each other? I agree with you, brother. Yo, who said? Yo, Anonymous said. I mean, it's not like Rolly has being anybody credible either. To be honest, great point. Six Guy says Barroso and Prime Yigit. This nigga is trolling. He not saying fought. He said beat. You saying Tank and Pitbull. He lost to both of them. He said he hasn't beaten anybody credible. Not fought anybody credible. He's fought some credible guys. Has he beat anybody credible? Yeah, gave them. He didn't give Eastside Cruz no good fight, bro. He was getting packed up immediately. Let's just be honest. Like Rolly, my nigga, we cool, but let's keep it a stack. Like Rolly said on the channel that he was completely dehydrated, like he was drained against Isak, and that's why the fight went when it went. Now that's his perspective. I don't know that for a fact. Only Rolly and God know the real reason. You feel me? But this nigga said Prime Yigit. That's crazy. Has Norman faced adversity? Yeah, Norman done hit the canvas and all. Go watch that fight with Boca Chica. He done been cut. He done been dropped. Norman has faced adversity. Bro, but this is what you're not acknowledging, Six God. You said, nigga, is that you? Rolly, is Six God? Is that you? Rolly, are you Six God? Rolly fucked Yigit up really bad. Yeah, that's a fact. He did. Yo, Rolly did beat up Yiggy worse than Keyshawn did. That nigga Rolly was not playing with Yiggy. Yank, yank. Yank, yank. That nigga was lighting Yiggy up. That was peak Rolly against Prime Yiggy. Damn, what was that one comment I was looking at? Yo, Six guy gotta be trolling, bro. Like, there's no way he dead serious. Rolly dead ass should have had an L before Tank took his O. Marinez beat Rolly, but they robbed. Yeah, Jackson Marinez boxed the shit out of Rolly, bro. I don't know how they gave that shit to Rolly. That shit was kind of bad because Jackson, that's the thing, bro. Like, niggas gotta get shit right because at the end of the day, you playing with niggas' careers, you playing with their ability to feed their families. You feel me? So Jackson Marinez outclassed Rolly, outclassed him. Rolly couldn't even touch dude for real, and they gave Rolly the dub. Ever since then, Jackson Marinez has not been the same. Bro, Rolly used to put belt to ass. Like he was like, Rolly was that type nigga, like, bro, I can't box, but I fucking rumble. Like he said, man, I don't know how to box. I don't know how to fuck niggas up. That's what he used to do, bro. Rolly done put niggas to bed. Yo, do y'all remember that one dude he put to sleep, bro? He hit him with like a left hook, bull head bounced off the canvas, all crazy. And Rolly would just make these funny ass sound effects. Nyak, nyak. Them bitches be like bricks, bro. I remember when he hit Avery, bro. Avery bounced off the ropes, fell over, mouthpiece came out his mouth. I'm like, God damn, that nigga Rolly, that shit gotta feel like a motherfucking shotgun hit you, bro. You favor Rolly over Norman? All right, that's your prerogative, brother. That's your opinion. I disagree with you, but you know what I mean? Yeah, Tank said Rolly the biggest puncher you ever been in the ring with. Tank was tying that nigga up with the quickness when he was on the ropes, boy. Rolly threw a 2-1. I think he threw a 2-1 against Tank. He went boom. He led with the right hand, and he came back with the jab. The jab had hit Tank like right above the ear. And I know that nigga head was ringing. That shit's like, ee! You ever get hit in your ear hard as shit? You just hear that ee! That's what Tank found. Was like, oh, let me tie this nigga up. He wilding. Bro, this nigga Eastside Cruz really, I seen him get rocked a little bit by Ryo with that uppercut, but bro, this man Isak made a tough line cause y'all remember foam posits, bro, them sneakers, the foam posits, how like their material was so like crazy that you couldn't scratch it or nothing. Nigga, that's what Eastside Cruz chin made out of. That shit made out of motherfucking out of foam posit material. That motherfucking chin made out of Teflon, vibranium, all that shit. Six got a nut, bro. He said, look at this comment. Pitbull got a low cut with a high fade. Nigga, Eastside Cruz be walking in the ring with that state trooper cut. Nigga be in Spanish talking about, you know why the fuck I just pulled you over? Nigga got that PA state trooper cut. That nigga be in the barbershop talking about saca todo, way. Yo, Lorenzo, he like, saca todo, way. In that John drawing. Niggas that hoped and phones was built different. Yeah, them sneakers was like 20 pounds. Bro, niggas was if you was jumping out the gym with phone pauses on, that's like y'all niggas ever shadow box with ankle weights? That's pretty much what it's like. The ball with phone pauses on. How long you think Eastside could keep taking them hits? That dude look like he got a hard ass hit. I don't know, bro. Some of the Mexicans they be durable, bro. But I wouldn't advise, regardless of whether you durable or not, I would not advise to be getting hit by them big ass 140 dudes when you like 5'3" and you shouldn't even be at 35 for real. I don't know. Foams was I had the lemonade foams. I had I had the yellow and black Johns. I actually won the foam posits off the Mayweather Pacquiao fight. I won like $300 in some foam posits off Mayweather Pacquiao. Yeah, I had I used to wear them Jones to school too. Let me see what them Jones was called. Yeah, I had the Electro Lime. I had the Electro Lime foam posit ones. Yeah. I mean, with the Pacquiao fight, I got my first pair. I was broke in high school. I couldn't afford no. Man, I was sick as shit. Like, I could go ahead and get me like some pair of like LeBrons and shit like that. And little stuff like that, bro. But like, I remember like all the kids that had a couple dollars in high school, they used to get them Jordans. Man, I used to be hating like a motherfucker, bro. I wanted them Jordans so bad and I couldn't afford them. Now them same Jordans that I couldn't afford, they sitting right there on my shoe rack and I don't even wear them motherfuckers. Ain't that something? Crazy. Nobody was rich in high school. Shit, you ain't go to my high school. You didn't go to the high school I went to. Bet you wouldn't be saying that if you went to my high school. It was a couple rich kids in that school. Shit. There was black people in my school that came from rich families, bro. Well, me personally, bro, that was probably like my toughest time financially, bro. Like there was years where I chose not to play sports because I couldn't afford the athletic fee. The athletic fee was like $250. Bro, I couldn't afford that shit, bro. I ain't had the balls to ask my mom for $250, bro. Cause I knew how hard it was, to get that kind of money, bro. So that shit was tough. Yeah, they used to camp out for Jordans, bro. Niggas done got killed standing in line waiting for Jordans. How is kids rich? Come on now. Your pops. What about my pops? What you talking about? How is kids rich because they come from rich households? What you talking about? Bro, you come from rich parents, you're a rich kid. Eddie Hearn's dad was a big time promoter, had millions of dollars. Eddie Hearn grew up a rich kid. Devin Haney grew up a rich kid. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying. You should have asked you speaking on something you don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? My pops wasn't in the best financial situation at that time neither. My pops had some whole other shit going on. In and out of jail, all types of shit. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. If it was that easy, it would have been done. My pops was around, bro. But 2012, 2013, to all the way to 2016 when I graduated, it was totally different John. Totally different situation. Like we had different things going on. Thank God it worked out for the best and we good financially now. But it wasn't always like that. Smoochie, what up? Smoochie, that's you in the picture? Nah. Smoochie hiding herself again. I want to see what Smoochie look like. Cause I don't even know. Cause it ain't no weird shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they be niggas on here acting like girls and shit. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna put you on my brother Slime, man. Talking about I look good. Sound good. I'm gonna put you on my boy Slime, man. Hit my boy Slime up. He in Puerto Rico right now. He said he'll fly you out. You just gotta know how to cook. If you know how to, what Smoochie, you Puerto Rican? What is you? You white, black? Depending on what you are, I'm gonna tell you what you make for slime. You know what I'm saying? Saying. She said, please don't. Oh, you black? Hey man, I already know you got some cooking skills, sis. Like, you know what I mean? What's your specialty when you cook? I hope you know how to cook. Ain't no way you black, you don't know how to cook. The best cooks is black, bro. My father is black, but his family, both sides of my family came from Puerto Rico. But if y'all know about Puerto Rico and how the way it's set up, you know what I mean? That's some real shit. It's kind of like segregated, but you know, where my dad is from has some of the most dense, like Afro Latino populations in the country. You feel what I'm saying? Loquillo, Patillas, a few different spots. Fajardo, you feel what I mean? Like, so our nationality is Puerto Rican, but our race, we black. Ooh, you a chef? Oh, oh, you gotta hit my boy Slime up, Smooch. I don't even know why you playing. You got social media? You gotta have a business page. I'm about to go check out your food. You can cook anything, but I get down with Caribbean food. So what you talking about? What's my favorite foods? I fuck with a lot, bro. I like my pastas. We done spoke about everything boxing, man. So if y'all just in for the boxing talk, I think we pretty much done. So my apologies. Unless y'all got some boxing questions, of course. Me no black, me no black. I'm Dominican. Yeah, yeah, that's what they be saying. Coon ass niggas. Anyways, favorite foods? I like my pastas, bro. I love pasta. Steak, chicken. Shit, I damn near eat chicken every day if we be honest. You know, I like my Asian food. I like my stir fries and uh I like a little bit of everything, but at the same time I'm kind of picky too. You feel me? Like I don't eat seafood or none of that. I always thought seafood smelled bad, and if that shit smelled bad, yeah, I mean you already lost me. Pizza, fuck yeah, I fuck with pizza. You on Hinge? You think you gonna find a husband on Hinge? Ain't nobody on Hinge trying to wife nobody. Have I ever been to Loquillo Beach? Yes, I have. There's a few more beaches. I want to go to Crash Bowl in Aguadilla though. So next time I go out to Puerto Rico, I'm gonna stay out there at least a week, bro. I need to stay because one time we was just a little quick, John. We was there for like 3 days. That ain't enough for me, man. I need to be there at least 7, 8 days, and if that includes me bringing my son, fuck it, it is what it is. But I want to go to Crash Boat. I want to go to Aguadilla. I want to go to the West Coast in Puerto Rico. Enjoy that. I want to go kayaking again. Uh, yo, we kayak like 3 miles, cuz in a bioluminescent lake. You know what I mean? Like them glow in the dark lakes at night. Beautiful, bro. I did some what was that shit called? Zip lining. I did some zip lining. Mazuma give dating advice in terms of what? Smooth, she talking about she on so you not on social media. How you ain't on social media? You on YouTube. You ain't on social media? That's crazy. I'm trying to get an idea of what you look like. I'm trying to see, you know what I mean? Like how to approach women. Bro, just be yourself, bro. Yo, look, this the thing. This the thing, right? I ain't an ugly nigga, so that's one. So I never really had trouble getting a woman. Not no cocky shit, it's just the reality. Well, I never it take more than looks to get a woman attention, but at least I had that in play. And then, I know how to hold a conversation. Just like how I'm talking to y'all right now, I talk to a woman the same way. I mean, it's not hard to really create conversation when it comes to me. Um, I don't know, bro. I'm just always myself. I'm always myself. Like, I be talking, I be playing around. I tell my jokes. You know what I'm saying? I could have deep conversations. We can talk. Like, it don't really take much. You feel what I'm saying? On some real shit, I don't really, bro. I swear to God, I don't really be flirting all like that. I swear I don't be flirting all like that. It just be good conversation that just escalate the other shit. When I met Millennia, bro, I DM'd her. I got to talking to her back and forth, but she was acting like she was trying to ignore me and shit like that. She was trying to put me to the side type shit. Cause she done went through like her little bad stints of relationships, so she was just falling back. But slowly but surely, she started opening up to the conversation. And next thing you know, we went out and shit has been up since then. Have I had women approach me all the time? Bro, I remember like 2021. Y'all not gonna believe me when I tell y'all this, bro. I was with some homies. I ain't cool with them niggas no more. So not like that, like it's beef, but you know what I mean. We grew apart. We just ended up doing different shit. But I was chilling on this block, right? I got two stories, three. I'm gonna tell you this first one. Y'all not gonna believe who this woman was. Y'all gonna say I'm lying, and it's cool because I got the homies to back me up on it. They was there. So we chilling on this block or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It was my homie's cousin crib. We over there just kicking it. And we down like by Alany. That's a section that's like upper North Philly. We up there just kicking it and shit. I was with my Haitian niggas and shit. My homie was Haitian and shit. We was over there kicking it. And there was this fat black John across the street. She like, who that Chris Brown looking nigga? Now me, I don't look shit like Chris Brown. I'm just a light skinned nigga like Chris Brown. So they just always said that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is type shit. Who that Chris Brown looking nigga? Who that Chris Brown looking nigga? I'm like, Shorty, go ahead with your big ass. She got a motherfucking belly shirt, belly button deep as shit, looking dirty in the motherfucker. Bro, niggas on YSM Sports Media page in the comments, they be calling me Chris Indigo. I think that's funny as shit. That's actually hilarious. I wanted to change my Facebook name to that, but they didn't let me. Nigga said Chris Indigo. But anyways, I'm looking, bro, and I'm really looking at Shorty. I'm like, yo, she look familiar, bro. Like, who is this? Who is this chick? This was years ago, though. Years ago. This was like 2020, probably 2019. Wait, see. Probably 2021. So it was either a little bit before the lockdown or after the lockdown. It was one, I don't even remember. I'm looking, I'm like, yo, why she look so familiar? Bro, you know who that was coming at me, bro? Right hand of God on my son, bro. On my son. Meatball. Y'all niggas know who Meatball is? She that fat John that be going viral in Philly all the time, always look dirty, but she funny as hell. Bro, on my son, life, Meatball. It was Meatball, bro. So that persona that she be putting on, where she be talking crazy, and bro, that's really her. But I recognize it because at the time she was famous in Philly for her skits. So I'm like, yo, I seen her, but while she was talking her shit, bro, she was coming right at me. I was like, who is this girl? Right? So I couldn't put my finger on it at the time. I go back, I don't know, I was just scrolling through social media one day. I'm like, yo, I said, yo, that's her. She had a video going viral where she talking greasy. Send that shit over to my homie. He was like, oh yeah, that's me. But then he called her by her real name. I forgot what it was called. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm not. She done lived there for years. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. Now she like this fucking social media icon now. Ain't that crazy how that shit work? She was on Drewski's little funny TV show where she was like fighting for Drewski's love and shit. She was on Baddies, rumbling and shit. That shit's crazy, bro. Now I know a lot of people ain't gonna believe me, but bro, maybe if she see me, she probably recognize me. I don't know. She probably won't. Cause that was years ago, and she probably done flirted with a whole bunch of niggas since then. But bro, true story. Another John. Another John. It was this old. I used to work at my old job. You know what I'm saying? I used to do like these business transactions for this older lady. Millionaire John. She owned like these chains of like suit shops, tuxedos. You know what I'm saying? Like she tailor-made suits and all that shit. She had a few around the city or whatever. Ugly little John. Ugly little John. I ain't gonna say her name. But let's say her name. Let's say her name is Stacy. Right? Stacy used to shoot at me every chance she get. And she ain't give a fuck that I was in my mid-20s. She ain't give a fuck that she was in her 50s. This bitch was like my pop age, just going at me. But she started off real gentle at first, like, you look like Bad Bunny. Nigga, how I look like Chris Brown and Bad Bunny when neither one of them niggas look alike? Bad Bunny? Answer the homie Scott question. Hold up. I love how Smoochie laughing every time I get compared to a motherfucker. She think that shit funny. Where's Scott at? Do you cold approach women or do you wait for signals? I cold approach them, bro. I don't wait for signals. That's scary shit to me. Hopefully she gives me a sign so I could step up and be a man. Nah, nigga. The worst thing she gonna tell you is no, cuz. And if she do, that's cool. You feel me? Like, if she say no, it's cool. Just go about your business, cuz. Like, you gonna find somebody else you probably gonna get somebody who look better than her. You probably get somebody who look just like her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much. It's too many options out here to be stressing about one. You know what I mean? You can't be, as a man, you can't be afraid of rejection, whether you doing business, you mingling, whatever the fuck the case is. Like, it's cool. You just don't be no sucker about it neither. Like, if a bitch turn you down, if a woman turns you down, don't just be like, oh, fuck you then, bitch. You ugly anyway, ho. Fucking nut ass heifer fuck. You don't even gotta be like that. That's nut shit. You sound salty, now you look corny. Bro, just be like, oh, all right. I mean, I appreciate you, whatever. Boom. Just go about your business. It's all right. Don't feel bad. Don't feel like you ain't that nigga because a woman turned you down. Bro, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I done been turned down multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Never had no women problems, but I done been turned down. Everybody done been turned down. Ain't nobody shooting 100% from the field, cuz. It is what it is. Like, niggas could cap all they want. You like, I get so much, man, I get so much ass, man. I just wake up and I'll just wake up and cheeks fall in my lap. These niggas be lying. These be the same niggas that be punching on bitches. These be the same niggas who be telling girls, if you break up with me, I'm gonna kill myself. One of them suck ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be lying. But like, yo, just be respectful about it. Now, if she try to play you and she acting all crazy, that she just showed that she ain't worth your motherfucking time anyway. You feel me? Now, if she come off all like disrespectful, like, ew, nigga, the fuck out of here. All right, bitch, you just showed me that you not my type. So I'm glad you showed me that because you ain't the type of bitch I want to deal with anyway. Asking 10 chicks and bagging only one is a good, bro. All you need is one. You just need one yes. And you clicking off. You know what I'm saying? Where do you think is the best? Well, Six God, you got women problems, brother? You asking me a lot of questions about women, so it's either you really young or you just have problems obtaining women. What's the best place to approach women? Wherever you feel like it, like wherever you see one that you find attractive. Just make sure you're not doing it at your workplace. Don't let the lust or whatever the case is fuck with your money. You know what I'm saying? Because no money, no honey. Cuz if you want to attract women for real, you gotta have your shit together, bro. You know what I'm saying? Once you get your priorities straight and everything falling in line, you got your own crib and shit like that. That shit gonna come to you. Now, if your priorities all fucked up, you sleeping in a twin bed in your mom crib in the basement, scratching your ass, eating Cheetos, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna do too well. No shit where you eat exactly. You know what I'm saying? Compose, just have discipline, cuz. Like, don't be flirting with women in your workplace because, you know what I'm saying? Damn, I heard them gunshots. That shit sound crazy too. How I feel about the clubs? I never, bro. I've been since I've turned 21. I don't think I went to a bar yet. Them gunshots is crazy, bro. That shit sound like some shit out. Sound like some shit Rambo would be shooting out this motherfucker. Damn. I know my citizen app about to go off in a little bit. How I feel about clubs? Um, I don't know if that's the ideal place to meet women. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that typically go to clubs, you know what I'm saying? They like to party, they like to drink. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. You might be able to find, I don't know. I don't think that's the ideal place to find women. You know what I'm saying? I don't, well, my kind of women, I don't think I would meet in the club. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, there'd be a lot of thoughts in clubs. Or women that ain't gonna be in line with your like they might not be good for your soul. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Which would you think women biggest sign to walk away from you? You gotta revise that question. What would what would you think women biggest sign to walk? You gotta revise that question, bro. Hmm. Yeah, you don't want to be dealing with women who not sober. I don't give a fuck how good they look. If you ain't sober, bro, you gotta look at it this way. If she ain't sober, it ain't consensual, brother. We ain't about to, I ain't no relationship guru, bro. I'm just answering your questions. There may be some shit niggas would disagree with me with. You know what I'm saying? I just know it worked for me. What you think women notice from a man that they automatically walk away from you? I think women, I mean, ex Smoochie. Ex Smoochie, she a woman. You asking me what women think. I'm a man. I don't know what women think. You know what I'm saying? Egg smoochy. I mean, I would assume that women notice. I'm sure they peep your hygiene. You know what I'm saying? From what I heard, women look at teeth. So if your teeth fucked up, you probably gonna turn her off. If your hygiene fucked up, you probably gonna turn her off. If you can't dress, you probably gonna turn her off. Man, if you look dirty, hair. I mean, that goes in with hygiene. Um, I don't know. Yeah, women be lying to niggas too, man. It be sad. A lot of these women are demons out here, especially in Philly, bro. A lot of motherfuckers end up in bad situations because of women. I ain't gonna lie to you. I almost got into a bad situation, and it kind of fucked me over in the end. But shit, crazy. But women, especially if they better, um, they could put you in some real fucked up situations that could have a negative effect on your life. Smoochie says, I notice your grooming manners, integrity, priorities, how you treat people you don't care about, how you treat your family. Okay, okay. So grooming is hygiene, manners, that's something that I overlook. Integrity, priorities. Yeah, if your priorities fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Why would they be interested in you? Look, Citizen popped up. Then I tell y'all Citizen was about to pop up. Hold up. Oh, this ain't no shooting though. It said two men breaking into a construction site. That be them crackheads trying to steal copper so they could get a couple dollars. Oh, okay. Damn, that's crazy. Have you noticed a homie switch up on you over a girl? Bro, all the time, bro. Especially in high school. Niggas was hating because I had all the hoes, bro. I had niggas that stopped talking to me because there was a girl that I was dealing with, right? And the one nigga that I was real cool with had a crush on her since like middle school. And I bagged her. So the nigga cut me off because I was talking to a bitch that he been crushing on since middle school. First of all, I didn't know that she was feeling her since middle school. And that even then, like, why you ain't bust a move, nigga? Cause you be out here. He was playing like a best friend role. This what niggas be doing, y'all. Like they'll play the long game. You know what I mean? To hopefully, get you at the end. That's why I don't trust niggas. That's why any girl that I'm dealing with ain't gonna be having no nigga friends unless they gay or whatever. That's cool. What you mean? It sound like I'm flexing? That was the reality, cuz I had a lot of hoes in high school, multiple bitches in high school. It is what it is. I ain't know. I don't got kept about that. You know what I'm saying? So that one bitch that I was dealing with and shit, boy, salty and shit about it, stop talking to me and all. I'm like, you was a fucking weirdo, cousin. I'm glad you did what you did because you super weird. Um, I had a cousin. I had a cousin lying on me, mind you, and this the same nigga who trying to get at the. He was trying to get at the girl that I'm with now and shit. He a nut ass nigga. When I see him, I might slap him. Pussy ass nigga. But there's a few niggas I got smack, bro. It's three niggas. It's three niggas I got smack when I see them or something got happen. Something. No, bro. I don't beef with niggas from high school, bro. I graduated 9 years ago. Like, no, I'm not even the type to hold grudges. Like, my car just got vandalized about to be 2 weeks ago, and I'm already like I want to get bull back, but it's like I'm kind of like over it already. Like, I don't know. I don't be holding grudges. But my cousin at the time, this bitch ass nigga, he was saying that I was fucking some girl that he was dealing with and shit like that. Whole time it was my stepbrother. He was blaming me. And then when I told him it wasn't me, he said, "All right, well, who doing it then?" And I said, "Nigga, I ain't about to, what you think I'm about to tell you, nigga? The fuck I look like? Nigga, you want me to rat to make you fuck? Nigga, fuck you, nigga." That's exactly what I told him. Like, fuck you, nigga. What are you talking about? Stupid. You sorry that you thought, and then he still be saying to this day that I fucked this girl. Never fucked this girl. Niggas be crazy, bro. I don't lie on my dick for nobody. If I ain't fuck her, I'm gonna say I ain't fuck her. Yeah, bro, dude, it was 3 dudes vandalized my car, and I got the drop on one of them. But it's like, bro, I'm so at peace at this. Like, this would have been like a couple years ago when I was like at it. When I was like at it, when I had like a disturbed state of mind, I probably would have had trouble letting it go, bro. But I'm at peace, cuz. So it's like, it'd be hard to hold on to shit when you got so much good shit going on. You feel me? And I'm like, bro, why you asking me who fucked your bitch? Nigga, go ask your bitch who fucked her, nigga. She was there, nigga. I wasn't there when she was getting fucked. She was there, though. Ask her. Yeah, I know the drop. Allegedly. Like I said, it'd be hard for me. Like, bro, I fixed that my car got fixed that same day. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, it'd be hard for me to hold grudges nowadays, bro. You know what I mean? So I didn't even see this one right here. Smoochie said, people who play the best friend time are off limits. That's such a corny snake way to slither into something. Yeah, and the whole time they be playing it like they ain't attracted to the girl. And that. I was like, yo, I remember one of my exes, she was like, oh, she had a male friend or whatever the case was. I was like, yo, fucking with me, you ain't gonna have no male friends. I don't know what the fuck is you talking about. I don't trust niggas. We ain't about to be doing none of that if you wanna fuck with me. Oh, nah, he been my best friend for this long. And I'm like, yo, you know why I don't trust niggas? Because I'm a nigga. I know a nigga's mentality, right? You mean to tell me, as long as he been on your dick, that if you would have offered him some ass, he wouldn't take it? And she was a solid John. You mean to tell me that if you threw some pussy at this nigga, he wouldn't take it? Because if he's your friend, why would he fuck you, right? Come on, stop it. That's why I said, like I always said, I ain't about to be friends with no, like, and I'm the same way. Like, I know the mentality of a man. Like, I know what their intentions be. A lot of us all got the same objective, dog. We try and score. If we see a girl that we attracted to and we single or whatever the case is, even if you taking, niggas still be moving crazy. The whole objective is to try to score. And I see right through that male best friend shit, bro. Like, stop it. But I'm the same way though. Like, I ain't about to have no female friends around my girl, and my girl ain't about to have no male friends around me. And if you take your male friend that serious, then what the fuck? Then I don't need to be here. I'll be seeing them videos. Ralph said I'll be seeing them videos where they will make a girl call her boy best friend and say she want to get with him, and then they could go for it. Yeah, bro, that reveals it right there. That reveals it right there. She had a couple male friends that I was like, come on, dog. But man, They ain't never tried nothing, bro. But there's a couple people who I perceive to be my like good friends of mine, like childhood friends. And then like I come to find out they try and get at, you know, women that I dealt with and shit. And I'm like, bro, that's super weird, bro. Like whole time I'm thinking you my mans, and whole time you just like in competition with me, like you got something against me and shit. And there's one guy in particular that I know why. I ain't gonna say it. But he trying to get back at me because I had something going on with somebody close to him. So he was like, try to get back at me and it ain't work out. Then when I pressed him about it, oh, bro, it's all love and respect, man. I respect you and your family. Okay. Six God asking a whole lot of questions. He says, Mazuma, you think us men relationship is a big aspect of our life? Us men relationship, bro. Nigga, write the shit right, bro. I don't know what you talking about. Smoochie know what she talking about. You break up with a dude and the friends who hated on you the most in the inbox, like you all right. Yep. That's what I'm saying. I got a couple niggas I need to smack for sure. Not because you try to get at somebody I was dealing with, but because you think that it was okay to disrespect me like that. If I'm dealing with somebody, we fresh off a breakup or whatever the case is, and you slide in ADM, to me, you think in my eyes, I'm taking it as you calling me a bitch. You think I'm pussy. Is relationships a big aspect of your life? Yeah, of course it is. Especially if you're married to that person, you having children with that person. Like if that's your partner, yeah, that's a big aspect of your life, bro. Hell yeah. I don't think nothing really there's not many things in life that outweighs family, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whoever you commit to, that's your family. I mean, I always make sure mine's is taken care of. One thing my girl can't say is I don't provide. This girl spoiled as hell, bro. I just bought this girl, cause she a nail tech. I just bought this girl a fucking $300 desk because the desk that I gave her initially didn't have enough storage space. You feel what I'm saying? Show y'all right now. And I built this shit myself. I stood up till 4:30 in the morning after I got off live yesterday. I stood up till 4:30 in the morning building this shit. This motherfucking desk right here. Because this desk over here don't got enough space. You know what I mean? What you think is the 3 pillars of men's life? Family, career. I don't know. I mean, it's also it's subjective, honestly, because you know, just because family is a big thing to me, family might not be a big thing to another person. You know, I think your career is a big part of your life too, because I feel like whatever your career is what God chose you to put you on this planet for. I guess purpose, family, purpose, and I don't know, and health. I guess family, purpose, and health. But it's all subjective, man. A lot of motherfuckers don't give a fuck about their health. That's why they be on my 600-pound life and shit like that. You know what I mean? What's important to you don't really mean much to other people. You gotta surround yourself with people who have similar values to you. Where I found the missing piece. What missing piece? Oh, you're talking about the missing piece for the desk? Actually, because they were numbered, and one of the pieces that we had didn't have a number on it. It turned out it was the missing piece. We got any more questions before I get up out of here, man? It's about to be 1 a.m. over here, and I need to get me some rest. Cause I got to get up early, drop my son off, and go to work, all that good shit. So, yeah, I found the missing piece. We all good. Shit came out beautiful too. I just got clean that joint up pretty good. That shit ready for use. You know what I mean? Man, this was fire, Tugs. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. We spoke some good boxing today too. You know what I mean? Now, if you've been on the live this long, 2 hours and 11 minutes, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys very much. You feel me? Had some good viewership as well. I'm happy. I mean, I love this YouTube shit, bro. It got its pros and cons like everything else in life, but you meet some good people on here. I'm glad I met the people that I met. You know what I mean? Just talking boxing online. And we gonna keep building, bro. We about to hit that 2,800 mark though. Y'all see that shit? Y'all see that shit? Smoochie, you gotta reveal who you are, man. Like, what's wrong with you? I need to know who you are. How can I reach out? I don't know. You talking about you ain't got social media or nothing? Trying to see what Smoochie look like. Cause I don't like frauds on my channel, man. So if you a fraud, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ralph. Shout out to Coffee Plant. Shout out to Lorenzo. I ain't reaching out like talking about flirting or none of that shit. I ain't trying to get myself in trouble. What I'm talking about is I need to know if you real or not. Cause I don't like niggas who portray themselves to be women. You feel me? I wouldn't even say it's like relationship advice, man. Like just as men, like, bro, if you see a first of all, you gotta make sure your shit is together though. You gotta make sure you dress well, make sure you smell good, make sure you know what I'm saying, you look clean, hygiene right, all that good stuff, man. You just want to present yourself well. Once you get a once you find ways to love yourself and put yourself first, then that's when you'll be ready to interact with women. Don't be no sad, insecure, dirty ass nigga going up to women asking for a chance because they gonna feel that energy and be like, "Nah, I'm cool." You know what I'm saying? Man, Smoochie bullshitting, bro. She bullshitting. She sounding like she's scared. I don't know why she's so scared to reveal herself. Six God, last question. This nigga right here, bro. You think wearing a certain type of clothing like sag and turn women off? Real women, absolutely, that'll turn them off. Now, if there's girls that like to fuck with hood niggas and shit like that, there's a market for that. But at the end of the day, niggas who sag their pants is weird to me. She said email. What the fuck? Yeah, let me see. Before I get off here, let me see something. She said, "Don't send it to slime." That's crazy. Yo, no, I don't sag, nigga, bro. Ask me some weird shit like that again. Like, bro, they say that niggas sag they pants in jail. to show that they on that type of time. Like, why would you continue to sag your pants after that? That shit is crazy. That shit turned them gay niggas on in jail, and you gonna come outside the jail and start doing that? Who is this? Sagging is super weird. Sagging to impress men is hilarious. All you doing is giving them niggas the green light, cuz that shit is super weird. Yeah, wear pants regularly, cuz if them pants sagging, they ain't your size, nigga. Get a belt, fuck nigga. Breadman just posted on Instagram. He said, back in the trap with the champ Caleb Plant. Literally, as soon as I got off the plane, no time for small talk, all gas, no breaks. May 31st is the due date, the day of reckoning. That's what's up. Shout out to Breadman. I gotta bring him on back on the channel soon, so we can talk about Caleb Plant. Because I feel like, I don't know, Caleb Plant probably wouldn't rock with the channel. You feel what I'm saying? He'd be to himself, so I don't know. She lying. I ain't getting no email. She ain't send me no email, cuz. Yeah, get a belt, nigga. If your pants sagging, wear a fucking belt. Weird ass nigga. She capping. She ain't send me nothing. MarcusORose@gmail.com. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, smooch. She a little pretty John. I ain't gonna reveal her on here though. I'm gonna show respect. Yeah, she a pretty John. That's what's up. Okay. Said we not in 1900s while we sending emails. I don't know. You gotta ask her that. You gotta ask her that, brother. That's funny. No, she pretty though. That's what's up. Shout out to Smoochie. Yeah, I don't really care for Caleb Plant versus Resendiz neither. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still standing on what I say. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a cherry pick for real. Like, what the fuck? Like, how Caleb Plant done participate in a few cherry picks, man. Like, Caleb Plant got a lot of respect about his name. He got a great story and stuff like that. But he done cherry picked a few times. He done been in some good fights. Mark weighing options and no, bro. It's all respect. I just wanted to see if she was real or not. That's all. I ain't on no weird pervert shit or nothing. Smoochie know what it is. I hope she know what it is. I ain't on no weird shit. If I was on some weird shit, I'd be like, oh, look. No, we ain't doing that. Yeah, she legit. For sure. She a little pretty John, too. I see why she don't want slime on her. She a little bit out of slime league. Ah, that's funny. You know what I'm saying? Slime figure out what she look like, he gonna be all over her. Yeah. Tripping. This nigga said last question, I swear. This nigga's a troll. Go ahead, bro. Fuck it, I ain't doing nothing. Yeah, I don't be understanding this. That should be kind of misleading too, because they'll put, oh, Caleb playing Jamal Charlo will be on the same card, so people gonna look at it as, oh, they fighting each other the whole time. They not. Why would y'all put them, bro? Jamal just got the dog shit slapped out of him by Caleb Plant. From what I heard multiple times, why y'all putting them on the same card together? The whole focus is gonna be them two fighting each other, not them fighting each other's opponents. Resendiz ain't gonna be asked no questions. Thomas Lamana ain't gonna be sent no questions. It's all gonna be about Jamal and Caleb Plant. Yeah, hopefully they win so they could fight each other in the fall. That bullshit. I'm timeless, yeah. Ever since I've been legit, I've been legit. You think the pressure gets heated? Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna get heated. You know how it's gonna get heated? Either Caleb Plant gonna start running his mouth on that stage, or a media member gonna ask a question to either Jamal or Caleb Plant about one another, and it's gonna go left from there. Bro, they need to put me. They need to give me a media pass. I get that shit rocking. I'm like, man, yo, Jamal, man, you know, I seen that incident that you had with Caleb Plant a while back, man. Do you feel any type of way sharing this card with him? Like, bro, I would ask some shit like that just to see what Jamal say. Jamal say something crazy, Caleb Plant gonna pop right off, and we got ourselves a fucking show. You know what I mean? That's crazy that Smooch, he sent me the pic and that she disappeared. I hope she don't think that I was going to expose her or nothing. Said, matter of fact, Jamal more on the calm side because Benavidez came up to him and he was still sitting down. Maybe because Jamal really didn't feel a way about Jose Benavidez. Caleb Plant done put hands on that nigga face. If he was to stay down while this nigga's approaching him, he's an idiot because you already know he'll slap you. So it's like, why the fuck would you why would you stay sitting down? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I ain't said if a nigga slapped the dog shit out of me before, there's no fucking way. Bro, we really gonna talk about this? Yo, you know what's funny? You know what's funny, Six God? Somebody by the name of Thomas had asked me that same exact question. Asked that same exact question. It almost sounds like a question that Real Talk would ask me. Like, who gives a fuck about Jamal Charlo snapping on J Rock? Nigga, don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. Fuck we gonna do with that information? This nigga J Rock damn near on his way out. Like, what is we talking about? This nigga, they said Jamal Charlo fought one time in 1,300 days. Like, what is we talking about? Damn. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love to the channel. Had some great conversations today talking about Jaron, Ennis, Stanionis, Delos Santos, and Keyshawn Davis. You know what I mean? And possibly a situation where Edwin Delos Santos may be getting robbed by his promoter, whatever the case may be. Got into some great open topics as well, man. So if you enjoyed the live, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. If y'all new, we on the road to 3K. About to hit that 2,800 mark, man. I wouldn't be able to do it without y'all. So I'll be on live tomorrow to continue to talk boxing. So be on the lookout for that one, man. Until then, this is Mazuma TV. Tune in to vitaminenergy.com/Mazuma TV. Hit the promo code Mazuma TV at checkout so you get $6 off. Get 20% off of your energy shots. You see what I'm saying? Y'all need a boost to get through your day. Y'all need a boost to get through these workouts. Vitamin Energy is the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? If it's keto friendly, so for my keto diet people out here, you know what I'm saying, this is something you should be interested in. You know, if you feel like you need an energy shot that also supplies you with vitamins, look no further, man. It's a healthy alternative that is considered a dietary supplement as well. So let's look into that, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Six God, Ralph, Smoochie, Lorenzo. You know what I mean? Everybody that's in the building, man. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.